Well now, today is what is today? Wednesday. It's about 6 p.m. Remember what I said a couple of videos back on the Bomber about sleeping bulldogs? Well, guess what? One of them woke up. It reminded me of when Bugs Bunny was being chased by Yosemite Sam, and they wound up in a dungeon where all the lions were were sleeping, and Bugs Bunny tiptoes through the lion's den, and Yosemite Sam starts on, and he's tiptoeing through, and he gets about halfway through, and Bugs Bunny starts banging a gong or bringing a pot and pan, and they're waking up the lions, and and Sam gets devoured by the lions. Well, the bulldogs woke up, and it happened to be in the one place that I just could not handle. Well, I can handle it. I just would rather it been someplace where it was accessible. The second IF. Put my donkey in the dirt. When I got this thing back together, everything, and got the thing mounted up on the thing, and the B bone connected to the A bone and all that other crap, well, she didn't work. I mean, I got nothing. I mean, a pin drop, you could hear it. I got a little hum, but that's about it. And I changed tubes, check tubes, and I got to comparing it with the clipper. The clipper's working just fine, and there's things I did on this that I didn't do on that, and things I did on that that I didn't do on this, and everything. But I mean, the clipper works. So I was making comparisons, making resistance checks and everything, and what I found was, whenever I clipped my negative lead to the chassis and went to check points here and there and here and there, I was getting nearly a I was getting something was grounding, something big time was grounding. I was getting like 700k on most readings. They were pretty steady consistently too, through a lot of different points on there. I examined this coil and went to disconnecting wires and everything. I checked the center lug on this. I got nil here, nil there, but here I was getting a short. Well, a short, if you will. But I was getting ohms readings of about 700k. It was pretty consistent on a lot of different things I checked here. So I started unplugging everything. I took that loose, this loose, that loose, that. I mean, somewhere in the middle, I decided to go through and I checked the leads coming out of the IFs. And they were all reading pretty consistently. No issues. But when I was checking all the legs on the pot, the volume pot, I was getting values on that to ground, or chassis ground. I was getting it on all the positives of the E-caps. I was getting it everywhere else. I go to check it on the clipper radio, and they were all opens. Not a short, if you will, on any of those test points. But over here, I was getting readings. So I decided to go in and start chasing them bulldogs out. That white wire in there, I changed it out. This wire right here, I changed it out. It goes through there, through here, through there. I changed this wire out. I changed that brown wire out. That brown wire out, which is that brown wire. I changed that orange wire out. It runs down through there and comes up into here. I had already changed that one before I even went to the E-caps, and I think I did that in the InProgress4 video. I started checking resistors, see if any of them were shorted. No, nothing. Checking across caps. Finally, today, I spent all yesterday hunting and all today hunting. And I get it down to this here on this lug of the volume control, which happens to share the brown lead that comes out of the Chinkawonky here, the second IF. And wouldn't you know that there is a bare wire right there just before it starts to go through this, well, right where it goes through that spring and comes out and hooks into the D5, LD5. Well, it goes through the brown lead, through the 47K resistor, through the, and comes out the green lead. The minute I disconnected that brown lead off of that thing, all these things opened up. Everything down the line opened up. So I never caught it with the resistance check on the IF cans, and going through and changing these iffy wires because they were crusty. Old John from Arkansas, he always said, anytime you go through and you check a chassis and it's got that rubber wiring in it, you got to replace it. Well, you know what they say about risk. I risked letting those bulldogs lie and sleep, but if you go to and you touch one of those, you're gonna knock the insulation off of it and you're gonna create a big problem for yourself, and that's what I did. So anymore, there's more wire in here that I'm going to get to. I had to replace the one that come off the can dome because it, I don't know, it was questionable. I wasn't sure one way or another, but I was getting even readings on the lugs to the mount on the tuner. I was getting readings on that. On the clipper radio, they were open, no problem. But I was getting readings on this, so I took the tuner off. I checked the underneath to make sure that the lugs down here were clear of the chassis and everything. And I even went so far as to nearly replace my work that I did on this loom through here. When I got to checking the other one, they matched up, so I thought, well, that ain't it. What the hell could it be? I was localizing the problem over here in the front end. I didn't know it was going to be right in the kit and caboodle in the bread basket. It wasn't in the butt of the basket. It was in the middle of the bread basket, right here, right there. So a word to the wiser eradicate all rubber wiring. It will save you a lot of grief in the end, or in the beginning for that matter. So now it's going to be a question of getting the rest of this tracked down, get it out, getting this here rewired and taken care of, so we can get it back on, and double checking all the connections back in. Thank God I've got the clipper here that's working and I can compare with, because they're exactly the same. So anyway, I just thought I'd run that by you, let you know that, yeah, my donkey was in the dirt again. So we're out of that and into the mud. So thanks for watching.